and to do it this many years is just beyond belief. But we're going to see a good one today, but nothing will be better than West Liberty claim an undisputed championship here.
Absolutely. There's the Main Street Bank tip-off. We've got basketball on the Hilltop. Controlled by the Hilltoppers, this is Christian Montague. Right side, Malik McKinney. Turns the corner. Ball's knocked away. Scramble. Montague with the loose ball off the glass and count it. 2-0 Hilltoppers. Quickly into the press. Youngkin gets the ball across half court. Fonz Hale for Fairmont State. George Mangus, they go into their offense. Zion Dobbs attacks against Sarson. Turns. Gets Sarson off his feet. Tip no good. Tip no good. Sarson controls. Here come the black and gold. Kennedy. Butler. And weak side help. Isaiah Sanders with the steal. Forces a turnover. Youngkin looking for help. Nearly loses control. Does lose control. Montague picks up the loose ball. Inside. Shovels it up. Off the iron. Won't go. Youngkin with the rebound. Dobbs for Fairmont into the front court. Sanders. Lob inside to Mangus. Catch and finish at the rim. We're tied at 2. Sarson tries a three. Sarson drains a three. 5-2.
It's a big early basket.
And quickly, Fonz Hale. Acrobatic finish, 5-4, coach. Second and third, and I can't even get it out of my mouth. Quickly down the other end of the court, Christian Montague, a breakneck pace. 7-4 Hilltoppers, as I was going to say, 2 of the 3 highest scoring teams in the land. Off to a fast pace. They force a turnover. Dobbs knocks it out of bounds off his shoe. Hilltoppers control 2 minutes in. It's 7-4, and we've got our track shoes on.
A lot of energy from West Liberty early in the game, and that's always going to be a good sign.
Quickly inbounds. Hilltoppers. Montague, left hand, finish. 9-4 West Liberty, under 18 minutes to go. Fonz Hale. And across the midcourt line. Dobbs. Finds the cutting Seth Youngkin for the flush, 9-6. Montague, Butler. Kennedy. Left side, Montague for 3. Count it! 12-6 Hilltoppers, doubling them up early.
Christian on fire. With 9.
Hale needs help. Gets it across to Mangus. Nice finish by the sophomore. Only underclassman in Fairmont's starting lineup. Loose ball, draws a whistle, and that will get the first rotation into the Hilltoppers. Second platoon on the court. What do they bring to the floor, Coach?
Well, they just brought so much energy here in the last month. This lineup has really been a difference maker in most of the games.
And this is Dante Spatafora across the timeline. Finn Woodward. Back to Alec West. Left side, Isaiah Sanders picks off the pass. Coast to Coast, he finishes 12-10. Zach Rasil. Finn Woodward, back to Rasil, spots up for a 3. Front iron won't go. Big rebound, Zion Dobbs from Fairmont State. Quickly double teamed in the backcourt, dribbles out of trouble. Across the timeline, Fonz Hale spots up for 3. Strong, but a big rebound. Tariq Woody with the rebound. First shot was blocked. Second shot, he followed it in. And just like that, we're tied at 12. Woodward, handoff to Spatafora. Top of the circle. Chaz Hines for a deep 3. Won't go. Fight for the rebound and a whistle. Foul on the Hilltoppers, number 23. Alec West, his first foul of the half for either team here at the 16:06 mark.
can feel the intensity level in this game up here on the track.
Absolutely. Zion Dobbs couldn't get the ball in bounds. Bounced it off Alec West's legs. Hale, tough finish, couldn't go. Rebound by Mangus, tried to save it in. Rasile picked it off. And Hines drops the pass wide open. Dante Spadafora hustles down the court. Commits the foul on Mangus to prevent the run-out layup. Mangus goes to the line to shoot a pair.
It's a good hustle. Dante Spadafora there running him down to prevent an easy deuce in transition, but turnover game.
And the foul pays off. Mangus' first free throw falls short. Still 12-12. And, Coach, from what we've seen of Dante Spadafora since he's been here, I don't think anyone has ever questioned that young man's motor.
Yeah, he's become a crowd favorite this season.
Absolutely. He is turbocharged. Second free throw is good. 13-12 Fairmont. On to the court for the Falcons, number 3, David Jollander, 6'6" freshman from Stockholm, Sweden.
It's all about West Liberty making their open threes today. They've got 2 pretty good looks here.
Sanders really overplaying West, making it hard for Spadafora to get rid of the basketball. Woodward looks for the back door. It's not there. Well defended by Fairmont State. Spadafora's 3 won't go. Outlet pass intercepted. Finn Woodward to the rim. Sanders stepped underneath of him and is whistled for the blocking foul. His first, Fairmont's first. Woodward to the line to shoot a pair. 13-12 Fairmont State.
Good active hands there by West Liberty, forcing that turnover off of the miss. This is going to be a game, Dawn, where both teams are going to get off the canvas. You know, West Liberty jumped out 12-6 early. Fairmont comes roaring back to take the 1-point lead.
Yeah, Woodward's first free throw trickles off the front of the iron. He can tie it with this one. 15:31 remaining. Hilltopper starters back on the floor. Woodward ties it up. Replaced by Ben Sarson. Front 5 back on the court for West Liberty. Jollander looking to get it in. Nearly stolen. Tariq Woody gets it across. Looking for help. Finds a wide open Jollander underneath, who misses the bunny, and there's a foul. Mike Lazo, the wing official, detected contact. And that'll put David Jollander on the line for a pair of free throws. Foul was whistled on Ben Sarson, his first, team's third. Jollander makes them both. 15-13 Fairmont. 15:20 to go in the first half. Montague back to Sarson. Back to Montague. Shuffles it over to Butler for 3. And the All-American joins the 3 party. 16-15. Hilltoppers back on top. And shots blocked. Controlled by Montague. Oh, great idea on the pass. Just a little off target, goes out of bounds. That takes us to our under 15 media timeout with the Hilltoppers leading 16-15, but we'll keep it right here for a special announcement. Hilltopper fans, save the date for the 7th annual Topper Day of Giving. That'll be Wednesday, April 5th. Mark their calendar. Be a part of the WLU Foundation's 24 hours of giving. Your gift to the annual fund or the program that matters most to you will ensure a bright future for all Hilltoppers. For more information or to make an early gift today, visit WLUFoundation.org/Day of Giving. And Coach, you know, we talked about it in the opening game. You know, that is just such an important part of our mission here on the Hilltop.
Well, it's a huge part because it helps out in so many different ways, and teams will use the monies derived from that day from our generous benefactors, donors, whatever term you want to call them, to use it in different ways. Sometimes it could be for equipment. Sometimes it can be student athlete experience. It can be scholarship money. It can be used just in so many different ways that's ultimately going to benefit the student athlete.
Absolutely, and we talked about the tournament atmosphere, and once again we've got a jam-packed ASRC. This is an old rivalry. 185th meeting between these two since the series tipped off nearly a century ago, 1923-24. The Falcons lead the series 99-85, but the Hilltoppers have won 37 of the last 46 matchups to close the gap. Back to live action. Fairmont inbounding under their basket. Lob intercepted by Montague. He finds Steve Kennedy wide open for a three off the iron. Rebound controlled by Dobbs, knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Falcons, but now they have to try to get it in bounds again. Dobbs again. Barely gets it into Mangus. Back to Dobbs. Mangus across the timeline for Fairmont State. Woody has the ball knocked away by Butler. Controlled. This is Briggs Paris.
Oh, if that's on Ben Sarson, that's a big call.
And they're going to get Sarson for a hand check on the baseline. That's his second foul.
He has been so key for us. Crashing the offensive glass, contesting shots at the rim.
And speaking of which, Jollender gets to the rim, makes it 17-16 Fairmont. And Butler attacks the rim, finishes 18-17. Quickly inbounds down the floor, and a steal by Christian Montague, off to a huge start this morning. Fouled from behind by David Jollender.
Christian's everywhere. I believe that's his third steal already in the first 6 minutes.
First foul on Jollender, only the second on Fairmont State, but it did disrupt the Hilltoppers' transition. They go into their half-court set. Butler with 20 on the shot clock. Backdoor, Steve Kennedy all alone, 20-17. Nice set there. Steve Kennedy, nearly a steal. This is Woody into the front court. Zion Dobbs brings out Woody for the screen. Deep three-pointer, it goes, and he's fouled by Chaz Hines. Has a chance for the 4-point play.
You don't see many 4-point plays,
looks like we got another one of those games here, Coach. 13:36 to go, 2020. Dobbs can put Fairmont back on top by one. Around and out. Rebound, Chaz Hines. We're still tied at 20. Kennedy directs traffic. Crossover. This is Malik McKinney. Down the baseline, absorbs contact. No call. Turnover, Hilltoppers. This is Briggs Paris. Longtime Hilltopper fans may remember him from his UVA Wise days several years ago. Jollender spins into the lane. Nice floater for the freshman, 22-20 Fairmont State. Corner, McKinney. Butler comes out to take the pass.
oh, there's a nice pass.
I think Chaz may have intercepted that pass intended for Kennedy in the corner, but it resulted in a wide open layup and a 22-22 tie. Dobbs gets it across for Fairmont State. Working against McKinney. Bounce pass deflected by Kennedy, but it goes right to Jollender. Kennedy working on, there's the pass to Jollender. Works inside. Ball was knocked loose. Then the shot went up. It was rejected by Hines. And they caught a foul behind the play on Bryce Butler. Jollender with the free throw. The freshman's coming off the bench, provided some quick offense for Fairmont State.
The pace of the game is to West Liberty's liking, but that's not saying that Fairmont doesn't like to play at this pace either. They won 109 to 100 the other day.
No, absolutely. Jollender with 8 points already, I think. Montague cut off. This is Rousseau. Left side to Hines. 10 on the shot clock. Butler trying to get it to Montague. In the corner, this is Rousseau. Back out, wide open, Alec West for three. Great find and a great shot from Alec West. Hilltoppers on top, 25-24. Dobbs walks it up for Fairmont. And a nice pass from Dobbs. Jollender with the flush. Yes, that was Jollender with the flush. Back and forth we go. Butler into the lane. Shot rolls off. Jollender rebound. Jollender again. This is Briggs Parrish. He's a three-point marksman. He can't make this one go, though. Montague the other way from West Liberty. Butler knocked to the floor off the ball. Montague finishes. He's fouled. He'll go to the line. Great offhand finish by the junior.
That was like 2 Euro steps combined. And he finishes with the left hand, which we've talked several times this year. That's what makes him so good around the basket.
And Fons Hill re-enters for Fairmont State. 27-26 Hilltoppers, 11:06 left in a very fast-paced first half. And Christian Montague drops it in, 28-26. Christian Montague with a dozen already. And the ball's kicked by Rousseau. Shot clock remains at 25. They will get a full 10 seconds to bring the ball back across the timeline, though. And Dobbs looking for a target. Finds Mangus, back to Dobbs, working against Hines. Into the front court. Already down to 10 on the shot clock. Dobbs spins into the paint. Ball fake. Gets Alec West in the air, and he finishes. We're tied at 28. Butler, nice backdoor pass to Rousseau, and there's a foul on another pass. And speaking of significant fouls, Coach, that's the second foul on Isaiah Sanders, Fairmont's leading scorer.
Yeah, he's one in a decade type talent. You know, it seems like he's been there for like 42 years, but it's really good.
Butler spins into the paint, heavy traffic, tip no good by Hines, no good. He spins around and gets back to the rim and flushes it down. 30-28, 10-15 left in the opening half. And Spatafora with the high energy. Working against Fons Hale. Hale crossover. Down the lane, Spatafora got a hand on it. Hale muscled his way through and made the finish. Tied at 30. Under 10 in the first half. This is Rousseau. Hines. In the corner, Spatafora for three. Long. Rebound by Alec West. He's fouled as he finger rolls it through the hoop. He'll go to the line to shoot for the conventional three-point play when we come back. That's the under 10 media timeout with the score. Number 11, West Liberty 32, Fairmont State 30. You're listening to Hilltopper Basketball on Topper Station and the MEC Digital Network.
Disasters happen. Pick the team that takes care of them all. Powered by offices in Wheeling, Morgantown, and Pittsburgh, Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration is ready to handle any size emergency at a moment's notice. We have the right people, knowledge, and equipment to respond 24 hours a day.
I'm Ben Hallett. When disaster strikes your home or business, tell your insurance provider you prefer the restoration company the Hilltoppers call, Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration.
What are you working for? Do you want to pursue your athletic potential while earning a degree that will benefit you for a lifetime? Do you want to play at the highest level in your sport? Do you want to be a champion? That's what the 12 proud members of the Mountain East Conference are advancing toward every day, providing opportunities and pursuing excellence. The Mountain East Conference.
Back on the Hilltop, 32-30, West Liberty in a fast-paced game that is absolutely living up to its billing, Coach.
Yeah, it's been up and down, and both teams have made their many runs, and I'm sure we're going to see a lot more of this.
I was going to say.
And, you know, we're on pace for about a 60-60 halftime, so that just indicates the pace they're playing at.
And Alec west of the line trying to complete the conventional three-point play, which he does. 33-30, West Liberty. 9:36 to go in the first half. Lob finds Briggs Paris into the front court. He dribbles through and brings it back out to Fonz Hale to reset. Hale muscles his way through the lane. Tough finish. Draws the foul on Zach Vasil.
Both teams just keep answering each other.
Yes, and both teams frequent substitutions, 2 and 3 players at a time. They've gotten away from the platoon rotation. And Hilltoppers fall asleep on the line. Jollender with the rebound and a missed free throw. Another look for Fairmont State. Woody with the three. Can't get it to go. Montague and Mangus were tied up underneath, battling for the rebound. The whistle goes against Mangus. His first foul, team number 6 here in the opening half. 33-32 West Liberty. 9:10 remaining before halftime. This is Christian Montague working against Briggs Paris. Takes the handoff to Kennedy. Throws up a jumper and almost got the circus shot to go, but he was fouled as he got it off. He'll shoot a pair.
Hey, while we're shooting these free throws, I want to acknowledge the Mountain East Conference and Reed Amos for the announcement that was made the other day where they've negotiated with the city of Charleston, and the baseball tournament's going to move there, and state-of-the-art facility, and it's going to enhance the experience for practically everybody involved down there, from the student athletes to the coaches to the fans to the administrators to everyone. That's a big deal and a job well done by the Mountain East Conference.
Oh, absolutely. I saw that announcement. I saw some of the photos. I've never been there, and as a baseball guy, I'm definitely going to be making that trip. But that looks like just a beautiful stadium, great facility. Both free throws go. It's 35-32. But just that quickly at the other end, George Mangus puts it in. It's 35-34. Montague, Kennedy, back to Montague. McKinney. Finn Woodward, hesitation, spins into the lane, kicks it back out to McKinney. Into the corner, Mike Sampson, back to McKinney. 10 on the shot clock. Steve Kennedy behind the back, down the lane. Contested shot, tipped, kept alive by Finn Woodward. Montague's shot bounces twice, won't go. Woody has it for Fairmont State. takes the heat out of a hot kitchen. Falcons into the front court. This is Briggs Paris. Working inside against McKinney. Fall away. Tough shot. Gets it to go. And the Falcons lead 36-35. Mike Sampson. Into the corner. Tipped away by Jones there. It'll stay with West Liberty.
Bryce Butler back on the floor for the Hilltoppers.
A quick little breather for the All-American. Takes the inbounds pass. Mike Sampson. Kennedy. Sampson, he'll try three. Lefty won't go. Jones there with a big rebound from Fairmont State. Falcons the other way. Woody out high. Harassed by Sampson. Handoff. Isaiah Sanders playing with two fouls. Attacks the rim, gets to the rim, finishes at the rim. 38-35 Fairmont State. All alone, Kennedy for three. Back iron won't go. Rebound Montague. Quick pass to Butler.
Wow.
Absorbs a bump, gets the finish. 38-37, we go under 7 minutes. Jonder. An open Woody. And Coach Hallett didn't like that. He's going to call a timeout. A 30-second timeout, I believe. We'll keep it here.
Yeah, Coach Hallett's not happy. The baskets are coming too easy for Fairmont. Last two possessions pretty much one on a dominant hand drive where Saunders strides out and lays the ball in the basket, and then somebody was short of rotation there, and they get another point-blank layup.
Well, his message, whatever it was quite concise because the Hilltoppers are right back out on the court and ready to go. 40-37 Fairmont State, 6:52 remaining in a extremely fast-paced first half.
Well, fast-paced in Fairmont, and I'm not getting this wrong, 70.8% from the floor.
Well, and I think that might have been what you were alluding to. They're getting a lot of high percentage shots. There's another Hilltopper turnover. Sanders runs it down, saves it back in, and that's a backcourt violation. Hilltoppers catch a break after a turnover. And Tommy Williams enters the lineup for Fairmont State. Sanders takes his two fouls back to the bench. Steve Kennedy gets a break. Alec West returns.
And you had mentioned a little bit ago that both teams are even subbing more than normal in this game.
And we're seeing a lot of different combinations. Alec West. Montague, Brasil, Butler, 5 on the shot clock. With 1 second on the shot clock, the baby hook drops, 40-39.
Yeah, if he gets that outside shoulder, you're done.
And Williams across the timeline for Fairmont State. This is Dobbs. Step back, fakes the three. Jollender into traffic. Looked like a travel, no call. 42-39 Falcons. Butler.
That's not an easy shot.
Another acrobatic finish for the All-American. 42-41. Bryce Butler with 11 points. Lob comes into Woody. Back to Dobbs. Over the timeline to Woody. Gets it back to Zion Dobbs. There's 15 on the shot clock for the Falcons. Down low to Woody, working against Hines. Nice backdoor pass. Jollender off the bench, now with 13 points. West. And a steal by Dobbs. Transition. Briggs pulls up for three. Won't go. And Jollender loses possession, goes out of bounds, comes back inbounds, arguing his case. But he's not going to win that argument.
Yeah, there's laws against that.
Yes, there are. And that takes us to our under 5 media timeout. A lot of fours on the board. 4:44 to go in the opening half. Fairmont State 44, number 11, West Liberty 41. We'll be right back.
If your bank offered new checking and savings accounts with a very low balance required, online bill pay, and debit cards issued right away.
I would like that.
What if that bank had extended hours every business day and were open on Saturdays and most holidays?
That's incredible.
And if all their accounts had low fees or no fees?
That's money in the bank. The right bank.
Open your checking and savings account at Main Street Bank. You deserve a bank this good.
Grab a meal at the Dirty Dog Tavern. Located at the top of the hill in West Liberty, Dirty Dog Tavern offers a family-friendly atmosphere with a full menu as well as adult beverages. Catch the game during weekday happy hours, play games like darts or pool, or enjoy the deck with your family and friends. Open Monday through Saturday at 4 p.m. and Sunday from noon to 8. Come to the Dirty Dog Tavern in the town of West Liberty, a proud supporter of Hilltopper Athletics.
Back on the Hilltop, 44-41 Fairmont State, 4:44 to go at halftime. Want to give you a heads up, you might want to stick around at halftime. We've got a little bit of a special show for you, courtesy of Main Street Bank. A little competition, chance for somebody to win a nice piece of change. So stay tuned. Back to live action. Zach Russell into the front court for West Liberty. Alec West. Butler cuts through traffic. He's fouled. He finishes. We've seen that movie before, Coach.
Yeah, that's a perfectly executed set play, though. Zach Russell sets the cross screen, and Rice cuts off of it and gets a chance to finish the three-point play here. Tie this ball game up.
And he does. 44 all, 4:31 to go in the first half. Bryce Butler with 14 points. Dobbs brings it up for Fairmont State. Working against Russell. Tommy Williams. Mangus. Jollender for three, won't go. Nice rebound by Tommy Williams. Jollender back to Tommy Williams. Offensive foul under the basket. Wipes out the three-point attempt. And the ball goes back over to West Liberty. 4:04 to go. Seth Youngkin returns to the lineup for the maroon-clad Falcons. Gives Jollender a well-earned break.
Yeah, he's played well. Both teams in the 1-1, and West Liberty will be shooting 2 on the next foul.
Under 4 minutes to go in the first half. This is Malik McKinney working against Williams. Spins to the lane. Shots blocked out of bounds. Stays with West Liberty, 16 on the shot clock. West gets it into Chaz Hines. Back to West. McKinney. Knifes to the paint. Can't get the ball over the rim. Rebound to Fairmont State. Here come the Falcons.
Yeah, he normally makes that shot.
Dobbs. Deep three-pointer from Mangus. High off the iron, and it drops through. And a foul on Mangus just after he gives the Falcons a 47-44 lead. Second foul on Mangus. 10th on the Falcons here in the half. 2 free throws for Alec West.
We got two pretty veteran teams here that there's a number of kids on the court that's been doing this against each other for a while.
Absolutely. Lot of respect between these two squads because, as you said, they've seen each other quite a bit. Now, not a tremendous amount of love lost, I don't believe, but all in the spirit of athletic competition. First free throw drops go.
Sanders returns with 2 fouls.
And he makes them both, 47-46 Fairmont. Now, a situation like that, Coach, when you were coaching, did you ever try to call sets to target a player, try to get that extra foul on him? Or?
Not really, because then you're going against something you probably don't do a lot of, and I think it ended up probably hurting us if I did that very much.
Yeah, this is Junkin inside, muscling against Hines. Gets it in at 2.9 seconds in the lane, 49-46. Under 3 minutes to go. Butler, kick out, extra pass, back to McKinney. What a sweet stroke. We're tied up. Alec West again with the steal. The feed to McKinney. He waits for the traffic to go past. And the Hilltoppers lead 51-49. Quick timeout for Tim Koenig and the Falcons.
Alec West has come up big today.
30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. And again, Coach, we talked about many runs, and you said there would be many in our future. We've seen many, many runs.
Yeah, and this is what a game between two of the better teams in the nation should look like. A little bit different styles, but boy, it makes an interesting game.
Oh, absolutely, and that's what I've been saying all along with this Fairmont State squad. I really believe they may be one of the most underrated teams in the nation. I mean, they're coming in here 19-5, and you look at their resume, you look at their record, and you look at the teams at their losses. They haven't lost a game by more than 5 points all year. They haven't lost in regulation for months, and they're just now receiving votes in the top 25. So we all know how those polls work, but tell you, they definitely passed the eye test. This is two very good basketball teams and two outstanding basketball programs.
And the two teams that combined, they're 40 of 63 from the floor.
And ball's knocked out of bounds. Stays with Fairmont State.
Fairmont still shooting 70%, but West Liberty's up to 57.6.
And George Mangus re-enters. Tommy Williams back to the Falcon bench. 2:35 left in the first half. Hilltoppers up 51-49. Lob. Controlled by Mangus. Back to Zion Dobbs. Gets it up the sideline. This is Mangus. Fonz Hale turns down the three-point opportunity. Into the paint. Gets a nice pass to Mangus, who steps underneath for the open layup. We're tied at 51. Bryce Butler working against Mangus. Bounce pass, Malik McKinney. Gets to the rim, and that one he finishes. There's Malik McKinney, Coach.
Now there's an example of Coach Hallett running a set to isolate Sanders one-on-one, and he backed off to let Malik get to the basket.
Fonz Hill nearly stepped on the sideline, but he gets to the rim, and it goes in and out. Big rebound by George Mangus. He can't finish, but he's fouled. He'll go to the line. And tempers flare in the paint. Mike Lazo quickly steps in to cooler heads prevail.
Mangus, big first half. He's already got 12 on 5 of 5 shooting.
Yes, only underclassmen in Fairmont starting lineup, Coach. They start, I think it's like 3 seniors, a grad student, and Mangus, who's a sophomore. First one goes 53-52. Again, significant substitutions by both teams.
And they do take Sanders out of the game, but Mangus is on the floor with 2. Let's see if West Liberty elects to attack him.
Makes them both. We're tied again, 53. Minute 40 to go in the opening half. Hines. This is Montague. Steve Kennedy. Butler. 15 on the shot clock. Nice into the lane. Back out to Hines for 3. Count it! 50. You'd almost rather see that kind of intentional foul than have somebody just take a wild swing at the basketball and maybe we get an injury out of it.
Yeah, you just don't see it that often when the defender's on the inside. You see it a lot if they're from the top, preventing a breakaway layup, but he was actually between him and the basket.
Yeah, that's a good point.
This is a huge call.
Sanders gets them both. And that cuts the Hilltopper lead to 56-55 and gives the ball back to the Falcons in their end. Dobbs working against West. This is Youngkin. Pressured by Hines. Gets it back to Dobbs. 10 on the shot clock. Dobbs with a crossover. Goes up for three. Won't go. It's knocked out of bounds by Youngkin, and it'll go with the Hilltoppers. 28.7 seconds left in the half. Hilltoppers with a 56-55 lead. Can opt to play for the final shot.
They normally run a set play out of the high post entry, so let's see what they dial up this time.
And Christian Montague watching the clock tick down. 15 seconds. 10. 7, they go into their motion. This is Butler. 5. Montague for 3. Boom! As the buzzer sounds, a big three-pointer from Christian Montague.
Ball left. This is still going to be a game of many runs, I believe.
Absolutely. And the lob comes into Seth Youngkin. Handoff to Zion Dobbs. We're underway here in the second half. Youngkin guarded by Sarson. Sanders. Youngkin into the corner. Mangus gets around Butler. Butler blocks the shot. Mangus tries to save it. It's out of bounds. Out to the Hilltoppers. Great defensive awareness by Bryce Butler.
Well, it was. He went from behind and blocked that layup, and West Liberty got fortune on the ball going out of bounds there. Let's see if they can extend this lead.
Steve Kennedy working against Fonz Hale. Bounce pass. Montague looks underneath. Lob. Butler fighting for it. Loose ball out of the pack. This is George Mangus. And Steve Kennedy grabs it. Knocked out of bounds by Fonz Hale. That'll be a personal foul on the hustling Falcon. His second, team first.
And what I like about that play on the miss down here, West Liberty battled. Didn't get the offensive rebound, but hustled back and forced the turnover.
Kennedy working against Sanders out high. Butler, Sarson kicks it back. McKinney controls. Montague between the legs. 10 on the shot clock. Butler spins into the paint. Finger roll. 61-55 Hilltoppers. 16 points for Bryce Butler. Close to a 5-second count. What a heads-up play by Zion Dobbs. And there's a whistle to stop play. And it was a shot clock issue.
Yeah, you don't see that very often because there was only a second difference.
Yes.
Coach Koenig's pretty irate because he thought they had a 3 in transition there.
And Coach Koenig was correct. He's still pleading his case. And Zion Dobbs working against Malik McKinney. Crossover. George Mangus for 3. Short. Smallest man on the court, Steve Kennedy with a big-time rebound. Length of the floor. Finger roll. Coast to coast. 63-55. Biggest lead of the game for either team.
Love those end-to-end plays.
This is Seth Youngkin looking for help. Cross court. Mangus. Fastball inside. Youngkin couldn't handle it. But they got Ben Sarson for a hold, and that's his third foul.
Yeah, he probably doesn't get called for that, but there was nobody down there. The guy was making a basket cut for a layup, and they're not going to. It's like the holding the Super Bowl.
Oh, and they catch the Hilltoppers napping on the inbounds play. 63-57. Mangus with a pretty finish. Montague finds an open three. Strokes it through. 66-57. Hilltoppers open the second half on fire.
Fairmont slowing it up. They're in a set play here.
This is Mangus. Youngkin. Handoff's not there. Back to Sanders. He draws a crowd. Tipped away by Butler. Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen. With the flush, the All-American. There's your play of the game, Coach.
And a little theatrics after the play here.
Yeah, absolutely. Officials talking to both teams.
And Coach Hallett's pretty mad. I think there's some jawing between the two teams.
Yes, there was. At any rate, it is a media timeout, but we were going to keep it here. 68-57, first double-digit lead of the game for either team. 17-15, still an awful lot of basketball to play, Coach. But you can't argue about how well the Hilltoppers have come out of the halftime locker room.
Well, they've come out, and they're doing it on the defensive end. They're doing it on the defensive end. And we talked about it's going to be a game of many runs. That was a little bit more than a mini run. But you got to stay focused. You know, Fairmont's a really well-coached team. They've been in these spots for years, just like West Liberty. They're going to come out of this timeout, run a set, and probably try to get Sanders involved here.
Well, I'm sure we will be seeing that very soon. We do apologize. Live stats are down right now. Our technical people working to get those back up. It's 68-57 West Liberty, 17-15 remaining in the second half. A Hilltopper victory would clinch the Mountain East Conference Championship for the Black and Gold. But a lot of basketball to go before that happens. Zion Dobbs. Fonz Hale for Fairmont. Down the lane. Pushes one up. Can't get it to go. Hilltoppers in transition. Bryce Butler almost had the run out. A nice heads-up defensive play. Dobbs with a finger roll gets it down. Falcons dodge a bullet. 68-59. And this has been Sarson alone for a three. Short. Rebound Dobbs. Once again, quickly in transition, Fonz Hale. He finds Sanders for three. He's heating up, and we do not want to see that if you're a Hilltopper fan. A three-pointer by Isaiah Sanders, his first. 68-62 West Liberty.
Well, and that's what I cautioned in the timeout.
Sarson, McKinney fakes the three. Knocked off his feet. Intercepted by Sanders. Falcons the other way. Fonz Hale. Dobbs for three. A rounded out rebound. Butler into the front court. Into the corner. Open three-pointer. Malik McKinney off the iron. Won't go. Youngkin with the rebound for Fairmont. Here come the Falcons. Fonz Hale, the runner. Back iron. Rebound Butler. Quickly up court. Kennedy holds up and waits for the posse to arrive. But no, it's the hesitation fake. And he gets to the rim with the reverse layup. 70-62.
Great play, Steve Kennedy. Little dipsy doodle. Backdoor layup.
That's a basketball savvy from the grad student. Into the front court, Zion Dobbs. This is George Mangus. Youngkin back to Dobbs. 15 on the shot clock. Sanders, fade away. He's feeling it right now, Coach. That was a great shot. 70-64. 15-15 to go.
Yeah, I need a little bit more recognition there.
Butler tries a three. It won't go. Tipped by Sarson. Gets to the rim. Blocked by Youngkin. Followed by Butler. Won't go. Falcons control. Missed opportunity for West Liberty. And a crossover by Zion Dobbs goes up for the shot. He's fouled by Malik McKinney. He'll go to the line for two when we come back. That brings us to our under 15 media timeout with 14:56 remaining. Number 11 West Liberty 70, Fairmont 64. You're listening to Hilltopper Basketball on Topper Station and the MEC Digital Network.
Belmont Savings Bank is, we're very focused on our customers. The customer always comes first with us. You're not just a number, you're not just a box we check, you're actually meaningful to us, and we love to build relationships with our customers. A lot of banks just want to come and sell you on their most pricey, most fee income product, and we don't do that here. We love to sit down and figure out actually what's right for you, what's going to be good for you in the long run, and that's the difference at BSB.
Undo's Catering, family owned since 1953. With 4 newly remodeled catering facilities throughout the Ohio Valley, Undo's can accommodate banquets from 25 to 700 guests. Undo's caters weddings, picnics, corporate events, holiday events, and job site drop-offs for the construction and oil and gas industry. Call 304-233-5566 today.
Undo, pride is our main.
14:56 to go in this one. Hilltoppers up 70-64. Zion Dobbs gone to the line to shoot a pair for Fairmont State. Second platoon rotated in for the Hilltoppers during that timeout.
And just to show you how quickly these games change, if Dobbs would have made both of these free throws, the lead would be exactly what it was at the half. But if you're a fan watching this game, you'd think West Liberty's on like a 14-6 run or something.
Yes, second one goes 70-65. And again, that's what we cautioned at halftime about Isaiah Sanders. Now, he may only have had 6 in the first half, but he is their microwave. He can heat up in a hurry, more than capable of 20 or more points in a single half. Chaz Hines steps back for a 3, in and out. Rebound controlled by Dobbs. And there's that man again. Jollander beats everyone down the floor, and it's 70-67. Alec West in the corner. Finn Woodward tried the baseline pass. Sanders was waiting for it. Here he comes in transition. Hands it off to Jollander. Around the horn, breaks Paris for 3. And just like that, we're tied at 70. Another mini run. Alec West, Woodward, Russell. Back to Woodward. A lot of contact at the rim. Now they call the foul as he was going for the putback. So they wipe off the made basket. Finn Woodward will go to the line to shoot a pair. Tied at 70, 13:59 remaining. And the freshman southpaw strokes it through, 71-70.
You just can't turn the ball over against this team. West Liberty's played so well for most of this game, but you've got to get shots up. And our turnovers have led to runouts on their end.
And Woodward makes them both 72-70. Hilltoppers into the press. Ball comes into Woody. Working against Hines. And Hines fouls Dobbs in the backcourt. Third foul on Chaz Hines. Third foul on the Hilltoppers here in the second half. Ball comes into Sanders, back to Dobbs. He walks it across the timeline. Mangus. Woody. Back to Dobbs.
It's 3 on Sanders.
And an offensive foul on Isaiah Sanders. knocked Dante Spatafora to the ground with a moving screen. His third foul, and Tim Koenig keeps him on the floor. Spatafora into the front court for the Hilltoppers. Hines working into the paint, spins, up, off the board, won't go, tip won't go, followed by Finn Woodward, it's good, 74-70.
Finn has really played well the last week or two himself. He's growing up before our very eyes.
Yeah, it's coming off a career-high 14 at Frostburg, I think. Great strong finish, coast to coast. Zion Dobbs, big-time play by a big-time player. He's fouled by Alec West as he lays it in. He'll go to the line.
Well, he's a veteran of these wars. He's been in these games for years.
Absolutely. Came home from James Madison. He's a hometown product, Fairmont, West Virginia. Played for his hometown school. Looking to finish the conventional three-point play. He does. 74-73 West Liberty. And the starters back on the court for the Hilltoppers. Kennedy behind the back, into the paint. Finds Ben Sarson. The floater off the iron, won't go. Woody with the rebound. Over to Dobbs. Falcons can take the lead on this possession. Dobbs, Euro step, and a bonus step. Detected by the officials. Turnover, Fairmont State.
It's Fairmont's 13th turnover in the game. West Liberty has 11. Both teams still. Fairmont 64.4% from the floor. West Liberty 54, but 9. West Liberty's hit 12 threes, though. Or 8 threes, I'm sorry.
McKinney, 15 on the shot clock. Turns the corner. Tries to go up with it. He finds an open Kennedy on the perimeter. Shot goes long, and there's a foul underneath. I believe they got Butler in the fight for the rebound. Second foul on Bryce. I think that's only the 5th on the Hilltoppers. They have 7 up on the board. And there they made the correction. 5 team fouls in the Hilltoppers here. 12:26 to go in the second half. Fairmont basketball trailing 74-73. Lob comes into Sanders. And Ben Sarson just picked up a very inexpensive 4th foul. Well, that's one of our wild cards going back in the deck there, Coach.
Yeah, still a lot of basketball. 12:24 left.
And Fonz Hale with the basketball for Fairmont State, working against Steve Kennedy. Tariq Woody, left side to George Mangus. Lobs into Woody, tipped away by Butler, but a heads up Isaiah Sanders. That man again, he's got 13. Fairmont up 75-74. Spin inside, and the contact forced the travel on Bryce. Another Hilltopper turnover. Under 12 to play, 75-74 Fairmont. Riding the seesaw here in the ASRC. 12 ties, blocked by Chaz Hines. 12 ties and 10 lead changes so far.
West Liberty's kind of gotten out of their element since that timeout when they had the double-digit lead.
Seems like forever ago, doesn't it? Kennedy grabbed Sanders, who had gotten past him for what would have been an open layup.
That is his second team foul, number 7.
And unfortunately, Fairmont's going to be shooting free throws the rest of the way with 11:45 left.
And, of course, they are a very good free throw shooting team. Steve Kennedy with the foul there. Front end of the 1-on-1 drops for Isaiah Sanders. 76-74 Fairmont State. Kennedy with his second foul. And Sanders makes them both. 77-74 Falcons. 11:45 to play. Butler out high. Alec West back to Montague. Handoff to Hines. Into the paint. Step back. 17-footer. And rebound by Franz Hale in transition. George Mangus all the way to the rim. And they're going to have offensive goaltending. Woody contacted the basketball in the cylinder.
You know, and I just mentioned probably a sequence of not great decision making for West Liberty on the offensive end. They just got to trust the system and put passes together, and you're going to get any look you want.
Yeah, you very seldom see a West Liberty player take a contested 16-foot jumper. Finn Woodward steps out for a three-pointer. West with the rebound, back to Butler, in and out, tipped away. Butler knocked it out of bounds off of Hale. Heads-up play by the All-American. And the Hilltoppers do get a full 30-second on the shot clock, which has not started yet. Pretty intense discussion going on over on the Hilltopper bench, Coach. Any idea what that's about?
No idea.
Mike Laza now at the scorer's table. And whatever it was has been settled. We are back to live action. Under 11 minutes to play. This is Bryce Butler. Hilltoppers trail 77-74. Montague, Woodward, inside. West shoved as he went to the rim. Couldn't get the ball to go, but he'll get a pair of free throws.
That's a great screen and dive there by Alec West, wide open.
Third foul on George Mangus here with 10:44 to go. Only the fourth foul on the Falcons here in the second half. Alec West to the line for two. First one goes. Zach Russell re-enters, gives Malik McKinney a break. Free throw shooting so important in these one-possession games, Coach.
Let's see if West Liberty can force a turnover here, Don, with Dobbs out of the game, who's been by far the primary ball handler against this press.
Good catch here, Coach. 77-76. 13 points for Alec West. Cuts the lead to a single point. 10:44. Mangus looking to get the ball in. And he does to Tariq Woody. To Mangus. Over to Fonz Hale, who walks it across the timeline. Hale, step back three. Short. Rebound. West. Here come the Hilltoppers. Spins into the paint. Kicks it back out. Montague behind the back. Over to West. West for three. In and out. Halfway down on the rim. Spin it back out. Score remains 77-76. Fairmont. Briggs Paris into the front court. He finds Mangus from the corner. Big swing there, Coach, with the three-pointer at the 10-minute mark. 80-76. Fairmont State. Montague with the floater. Won't go, but he's fouled. He'll be shooting a pair of free throws when we come back. Things are picking up. We're at the under 10 media timeout. 9:55 remaining. Fairmont 80, number 11, West Liberty 76. Don't you dare go away.
All right, now you're just like Danny, huh?
They'll probably never know about his thousands of hours of on-the-job training.
Go, Daddy.
or that he spent as much time in the classroom as someone with a master's degree. You and I know he's one of the experts when it comes to electricity, part of a team committed to doing the job right. They call him Dad. You call him the electrician right down the street. IBEW, the power professionals in your neighborhood.
The Panhandle difference.
I immediately called Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration to see if they could clean and restore my home. Not only did they do that, but they even made it more beautiful than it was before the fire. If anyone ever has a tragedy like ours, I highly recommend you call Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration.
And back on the hilltop, Fairmont State leads number 11 West Liberty 80-76, 9:55 to go. Coach, that 68-57 Hilltopper lead seems like it was somewhere in the middle of last week.
Well, Fairmont took the timeout, and I had cautioned all of us in that timeout that they've been here, done that, well-coached, proud program, and they were gonna flex their muscles a little bit, and they have just gotten us out of our element. Our shot selection has not been what we want it to be, and that's how you shoot 31% and a half, which is what we're doing right now.
First free throw by Christian Montague goes through, 80-77, back to a one-possession game. Makes them both. Montague with 20 points. Strong game for the junior. It's 80-78. Zion Dobbs back on the court for the Falcons. Brings it across the timeline. Tariq Woody working against Chaz Hines. Muscles his way inside. Follows his own shot. 82-78 Fairmont. Bryce Butler out high. Down to Montague. Tapped away. Montague tracks it down. 15 on the shot clock. Rousseau, a quick three-pointer. In and out. Rebound back to Bryce Butler with the follow. How many three-pointers have we seen spin in and out on that rim, Coach?
Yeah, it's just, it's been unusual. Saw a few in the women's game late.
Yes, we did.
And that's the rim we like.
I know. And a foul off the ball.
See, and this is the danger when you're into the 1-and-1 so early in the game, like Fairmont. You touch anybody, you're just giving up points. Sanders again going to the line.
Isaiah Sanders, 1-and-1.
Already 4 for 4 from the stripe today. Makes that 5 for 5. Fairmont leads 83-80. Sanders with 16 points. That one comes around and out. Under 9 minutes to play. Falcons by 3. Butler to Hines. They had Montague in the corner, couldn't find him. West left alone. Runner won't go. Tipped away off George Mangus. He dives for it, can't track it down, out of bounds to the Hilltoppers. Jollender back on the floor for Fairmont State, replaces George Mangus. Baseline inbounds for West Liberty.
Under 50% from the floor.
And Christian Montague gets all the way to the rack. Great strong finish. It's a 1-point lead, 83-82 Fairmont, 22 for Christian Montague. Here's Jollender. Huge first half for the freshman. Back to Zion Dobbs. Tariq Woody. Out to Briggs Paris. The fadeaway. That's the second one of those he's made. 85-82. 8:10 to play. Handoff. Alec West. Lobs to Butler, and a foul underneath.
Minor push off, but they called it with the off arm.
Third foul on Bryce Butler. Next foul will put Fairmont State in the double bonus. Here's Zion Dobbs working against Montague. Spins into the paint. Tipped away, but Sanders picks up the loose ball. He's stripped. Up and down. He lost possession. No travel. Jollender with the fadeaway. Won't go. Doesn't even draw iron. Here come the Hilltoppers after a fairly ragged possession. Butler directing traffic. Montague back to Butler. Kicks it out to Rasil. Hines for three. Won't go. Rebound Sanders.
West Liberty is going ice cold from deep. They are now 8 of 25 from the three-point line.
Similar to what happened in the game at Fairmont, Coach. We actually came out making shots early, but then it just kind of went away.
Including 1 for 10 this half.
Ouch. This is Woody. Fade away. It's good. 87-82. Montague, Butler, Hines working against Woody. Nice pass. He finds Montague with a good cut. 87.
We are there for you to care.
West Liberty, 30 seconds.
30-second timeout. We'll keep it here.
And it's just for the cause. If West Liberty could just get a stop in 1-3 to get it back to even. You know, this half has turned so drastically since West Liberty had the double-digit lead. It now feels the other way, like we're down 10 instead of 3.
Absolutely. And it goes back to what you were saying. Offensively, it looks like they did get away a little bit from what had been successful for them. And perhaps Coach Hallett trying to remind them and get them back on track. So a lot of basketball left to be played. 6:41 to go. Hilltoppers only trail 87-84. And again, a big prize at the end of this particular rainbow. A West Liberty win clinches the Mountain East Conference Championship for the black and gold. Of course, Fairmont would like to claim one of those for themselves.
Right.
Jollender into the front court for Fairmont State as we're back to live action. This is Zion Dobbs. Working to Woody. Back on the court with Sarson. Nice pass from Woody. Shots no good, but there's a foul.
Well, see, here's the problem, and that's like the 4th time this has happened. When they isolate, when someone steps off of the post on the entry, our guys are staring at the ball and they're getting face cut. It's happened about 4 times.
George Mangus with the free throw. 88-84 Fairmont. And Mangus, 22 points. Fairmont by 5, 89-84. Montague. Ben Sarson. Back to Montague. Into the corner for Rasil. He draws a crowd. Back to Sarson. He tries a three. He's knocked to the floor. No call. Fight for the rebound. Tipped out by Montague. McKinney. Sarson couldn't handle the pass. Out of bounds to Fairmont State. Under 6 minutes to play, 5:54 to go. Hilltoppers need to string some stops together. Dobbs against McKinney. Knocked away by Sarson, out of bounds. It'll stay with the Falcons. Kennedy returns, replacing Zach Rasil. Plenty of time for Fairmont State, 18 on the shot clock. George Mangus working against Kennedy. Hand off to Dobbs. Underneath the Mangus, short with the layup. Quickly the other way, Butler into the front court. Directing traffic. McKinney fouled from behind to reach around. Only the second foul on Zion Dobbs, number 6 on the Falcons. Hilltoppers will be in the bonus on the next foul. Kennedy inside, knocked to the floor, no call. Turnover, West Liberty. Falcons the other way. Mangus rolling to the hoop, spins into the lane, gets it up, won't go, fight for the rebound. Kennedy comes away, Butler kept it alive. Sarson. Montague. Into the paint. Kicks it out to Kennedy, wide open. McKinney for 3. Count it!
Finally.
Huge three-point basket. We're under 5 minutes to play. 89-87 Fairmont. It was a long three-point drought for the Hilltoppers. Dobbs out high. Gives it to Sanders. Working against Kennedy. Fakes the pass. Draws a double team. Kicks it wide out. This is Jollender for 3. In and out. Rebound. Montague. Hilltoppers can tie or take the lead. Butler in transition. Kennedy. Sarson. Hit at the rim. Shot won't fall, but there's a foul. Sarson will be shooting a pair of free throws with a chance to tie when we come back. That's the under 5 media timeout. 4:15 to play. It's a nail-biter. Fairmont State 89, number 11 West Liberty 87. You're listening to Hilltopper Basketball on Topper Station and the MEC Digital Network.
We are there for you, to care for you at the health plan. We are here for you. We are there for you, to care for you at the health plan. We are here for you.
The Panhandle Difference.
It was a really easy process getting started with them, and then bam, it just took off. We've had a lot of gatherings here. We've had a whole basketball team. We've had lots of family dinners, birthday parties. I mean, I can't wait for holidays to come. It's a great kitchen. Honestly, it couldn't have turned out any better.
With Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you.
Back on the hilltop for what's shaping up as the game of the year in the Mountain East Conference. 4:15 remaining. Fairmont State leads number 11 West Liberty 89-87. But the Hilltoppers, Ben Sarson, stepping to the line for a pair of free throws with a chance to tie.
Stay off the playing surface after the game so we can prepare for
Christian Montague, 24 points. Bryce Butler, 20 for the Hilltoppers. Alec West off the bench with a big 13 points. George Mangus leads Fairmont, four double-figure scores for the Falcons. He's got 22 points. Sarson's first free throw drops, 89-88. Sarson limited playing time today. 2 fouls in the first 4 minutes of the game. He missed most of the first half and then came out and picked up 2 more quick ones. Makes up for lost time. We are tied at 89.
West Liberty battles back from the 5-point deficit.
Dobbs for Fairmont. Working against McKinney. Under 4 minutes. Crossover. Outside. Mangus for 3. Pretty shot. 92-89. This is Butler. Working against Mangus. Draws the double team. Quick feed. Finds Christian Montague. 92-91.
Great back cut. When teams double, you have to make them pay. Smart play, Christian Montague.
3:30 to go. All about stops at this point, isn't it, Coach?
Yeah, you got to find a way.
Jollender gets to the rim. Still talking to Montague about the stuff with the foul. Impressive play by the freshman. Getting a brief lecture from Mike Lazo about celebrating too personally.
Yeah, that was That'll be a candidate for dunk of the year.
Absolutely.
Especially when it happened.
And the three-point play makes it a two-possession game, 95-91. 3:10 to play. Butler between the legs, trying to work his way in, kicks it back out. Alec West, deep three-pointer, back iron won't go, fight for the rebound. Isaiah Sanders, and a foul by Malik McKinney. Sanders will walk to the other end of the court to shoot a pair. The second foul on Malik McKinney. Hilltoppers have put Fairmont in the double bonus, the 10th foul. Isaiah Sanders already 5 for 6 from the line. Gets 2 right here. 95-91 Fairmont. Sanders looking to add to the margin with 2:57 to play. 96-91.
Fairmont answers the Hilltoppers' 5-0 run with potentially a 6-0 run of themselves.
And Sanders with 18 points, 12 in the second half, puts Fairmont up by 6, 97-91. The arrow grows late for the black and gold. Butler.
What a basketball.
McKinney finds an open Sarson, who finds an open Butler, who drains a big-time three-pointer, and Coach Hallett with a quick timeout. 97-94, back to a one-possession game. Bryce Butler with 23 points. 2:39 to play. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. Coach, this is two heavyweights slugging it out in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, both teams have answered the other's runs with timely baskets. And West Liberty clawed back and tied it at 89, and Fairmont drained to 3 and went up 6, and Bryce Butler now clawed West Liberty back within 3, but there's still 2:39 left. There's several possessions left in this game, but West Liberty has got to find a way to get a stop.
Absolutely. Fairmont State, they shot 66% in the first half. They've cooled off a little bit. They're down to 51%. But the big story for the Hilltoppers after that last basket, they're just shooting 40% here in the second half. Now, the thing that has improved is they are getting more shots than Fairmont. They just need to get some more to go. Back to live action, 97-94. And the Hilltopper press forces a timeout.
30-second timeout.
Dobbs couldn't get the ball in bounds. Asked for a timeout. He gets one. So that gives us more time to chat here, Coach.
Yeah, what makes this game so important, Don, is if Fairmont pulls this off, they have all the tiebreakers over West Liberty. West Liberty pulls it off, and they've got the 3-game cushion, and they clinch a title in the number 1 seed. But, you know, the way that the MEC has been going this year, everybody wants the number 1 seed, but I don't know on paper if it's as relevant as it's been the last couple of years.
Oh, no. Because there's so much depth in this league all of a sudden. Like Fairmont State's a perfect example. One of the best teams in the nation, in Glenville State, and we know how good Glenville State can be. They lost both games to Glenville State this year. This time the Falcons get it in bounds, walk it up the court. And that's no disrespect to Glenville State. That's just an example of how many teams are capable of winning on any given day in this league.
And here you want to finish this possession without fouling.
10 on the shot clock. Jollender underneath. Sanders gets it outside. Briggs Paris. Three-pointer won't go. Big rebound by Malik McKinney. Outdueled Jollender for it.
That doesn't have to be a 3 here.
2 minutes to go. Hilltoppers down 3, 97-94. Butler, Montague. And George Mangus whistled for his 4th foul. just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Just unlucky. Bryce Butler, it's a 1-and-1. And he makes the first, 97-95.
Still a lot of basketball here left.
And Butler, nothing but net on both of them. 2 clutch free throws, 97-96. 1 point lead for Fairmont State. Butler with 25.
Let's see if we can. Sarson can't foul up top here. He's got 4.
15 on the shot clock. And Briggs Parrish trying to fight his way open. Literally runs over Malik McKinney. Offensive foul, turnover Falcons. Hilltoppers with a chance to take the lead.
Don, we got a good one here.
Minute 30 to go. The entire SRC on the edge of their seat. McKinney for 3. Back iron, no good. Rebound, Montague.
Still plenty of time left.
McKinney attacks the rim, gets to the rim and finishes. Hilltoppers lead 98-97. A minute 9. This is Sanders for Fairmont State. Tim Koenig calls timeout to set the possession. What a basketball game. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here.
West Liberty shown what they're made of, meaning they had their backs to the wall about a minute and a half ago, down 6, and they've clawed back and taken the 1 point lead. Fairmont inbounding at half court, down 1. And the thing that makes both of these teams so difficult to defend is they've got so many weapons. So these aren't teams that just have 1 or 2 guys and you're going to design a play and try to run it through them. Both of them are going to try to create something where you got to help. So let's see.
And as you've mentioned, both veteran teams, they've both been here before. This moment is not going to be too big for either one of them. 13 ties, 12 lead changes. Game of the year in the Mountain East Conference. 65 seconds left. 98-97 Hilltoppers. Here we go. Struggles to get it in. Finds Jolander. Dobbs, 20 on the shot clock. Switches hands. Working against Butler. Gets into the paint. Tough shot. And he gets bailed out with a foul.
Yeah, he just got a little bit too deep.
And we're just under a minute to play, 57.4 seconds to go. Significantly, the 4th foul on Bryce Butler, and the Hilltopper faithful come to life. Dobbs, first free throw, it's good, ties it up at 98. Really solid game from Zion Dobbs here, Coach.
Well, he's had to handle the ball almost the entire game against the press.
He could put Fairmont on top, and he does. 99-98 Falcons. Under a minute to play. Here we go. Montague. McKinney comes out, fakes the handoff, looks underneath, ball's knocked away. This is Butler working into the paint, draws a crowd, contact, he'll go to the line.
Now here's what's so key about that, Don, with West Liberty getting into their offense early. Regardless of score, there's still a 12-second differential in the shot clock. So Fairmont cannot hold. If it's tied, down 1, whatever, they still got to play their possession out.
99-99. Significantly, that was the 4th foul on Sanders for Fairmont State. .42 seconds on the clock. Butler ties it, puts him ahead. 100-99. Butler with 27. Barely gets it in bounds.
Coach Koenig elected not to take the timeout. He's got one left. Does West Liberty have another stop in him?
Mangus. Blocking foul. Bryce Butler is out of the game. George Mangus gives Fairmont State the lead, and he'll go to the line to shoot another. Hard sequence to swallow for West Liberty.
Well, and just the way this game's going, both teams just answer. They've answered repeatedly, but yeah, that's a tough pill to swallow because you're losing one of the most unstoppable scorers in the country when you have a possession down 1 or 2 points here, regardless regarding how they shoot this free throw.
And credit to Mangus for that strong finish. He makes the free throw. It's 102-100. 27 seconds left. No timeout from Coach Hallett. He says, go to your offense. McKinney attacks the rim. Blocked. Fight for the rebound. Controlled by Mangus. He saves it into Dobbs, who's fouled. Stops the clock with 12.6 seconds to go. Dobbs will be going to the line to shoot a pair. First one's good, 103-100. Dobbs with a double-double, 12 points, 10 assists. Strong game from the 6'4 senior from Fairmont. Bounces around and comes out. 3-point game. West is attacked at the midcourt line. Sanders whistled for the foul. Hilltopper bench asking for an intentional foul.
It really is the same principle. No different than the one they called earlier in the game.
I agree.
No, you're not going to get that call.
No, you will not.
Right, so I'm not advocating that it should be.
No, absolutely
I'm just
not.
making the point that
so Sanders exits with his 5th personal foul. Alec West to the line. 9.7 seconds to go, Coach.
I would still make them both if I can.
Absolutely. Makes the first.
Just because West Liberty, part of their game plan is total denials. Inbound passes aren't easy against this team.
And he makes them both. 103-102. Hilltopper pressure into the corner. Ooh! It's a jump ball, and the arrow points to the Hilltoppers. It's Tim Caney came within a whisper of getting teed up by Mike Lazo.
Yes. Very close. Very close.
They're going to the book to check. (103-102). Ben Hallett calls a timeout. We'll keep it here.
Well, the game's lived up to its billing.
Oh my goodness.
This is why you have a packed house. This is the game that many of us expected, and how many times can we talk about how each team has answered?
Oh.
Both teams have been on the ropes several times, and just looks like when it's going to get away from them, the other team has responded.
Yes, now here you are, your Coach Hallett. Now your go-to guy, remember the West Virginia State game up here came down to a very similar situation. We had the ball, down a point, chance to win. We just gave it to Bryce Butler and said, go win it for us, and he did.
All right. Well, the difference is that was a tie game.
Well, no, you're right.
Here you're down 1,
yes.
So they can't fool around too much. And it's a weird place to inbound the basketball. You don't see that very often. This is almost completely in the corner.
Yes.
So it's not quite as easy to run screen for the screen or what. It depends where they let us inbound it. Maybe they are.
Yeah, I was going to say they're a lot closer to the middle of the court than I expected. Here we go, 9.4 seconds. Montague with the ball. There's a foul. And that might not be. Mike Lazo over at the Fairmont bench. Two free throws for Ben Sarson. Ties it at 1:03. There's still 7.6 seconds to play.
Yeah, there's a lot of basketball still here.
Yeah, if the Hilltoppers were gonna score, the Falcons at least gave themselves enough time to answer. Off the back iron, it's tied at 1:03. Quickly, Zion Dobbs tries the three, partially blocked. We've got overtime, 5 minutes of free basketball. Oh my goodness, I don't know if we can take 5 more minutes of this, Coach. 28 points. Jellender off the bench for the huge game, 19. Sanders, as you said, has 18. Zion Dobbs with 13. On the West Liberty side, 27 for Bryce Butler, 26 for Christian Montague, 15 for Alec West. Mike Lazo has the basketball. Players are on the court. Coach, we're going to have another Main Street Bank tip-off. Here we go. Sarson controls Hilltopper basketball. Christian Montague across the timeline. Steve Kennedy. Montague. Dribble to the right. Sarson. The weave. Kennedy tries to turn the corner. Not there. Montague cut off. 15 on the shot clock. Alec West attacks the rim. Gets to the rim. Can't get it to go. Kennedy somehow comes out with the rebound. It did not hit the rim. Montague with a huge three-pointer. 106-103 Hilltoppers.
West Liberty cleaning up the offensive glass with the timely three of Christian Montague having one of the best games of his life.
Zion Dobbs controls for Fairmont State, working against Steve Kennedy. Tariq Woody inside. Ben Sarson has 4 fouls. Has to be careful. Woody muscles his way inside. Can't go. Tipped out by Sarson. Controlled by McKinney. Hilltoppers across the timeline. This is Montague. Tipped away. Sarson saves it. Back to Montague. McKinney. Finger roll. Won't go. And the pass gets away. This is Kennedy. Back to West. Bounce pass. Sarson. Yes. Over Jellender. 5-point lead for West Liberty, 108-103.
Don't foul here in the backcourt. Let's make them earn baskets.
Dobbs harassed. Gets it into the front court. Forecheck. No call. Deep three-pointer. Briggs Paris. It won't go. Kennedy with the rebound. Listen to that crowd.
There's still a lot of time. You got to play, though. You can't just try to milk clocks. Run your stuff. Run your stuff here.
Coach Hallett steps out, calls a set. A lot of contact there for Kennedy. No harm, no foul. Montague. Sarson pops up for a three. Tip, but no control. Zion Dobbs has it for Fairmont State. I think I'm losing my voice here, Coach. My goodness. And Tim Koenig trailing by 5 with 2:56 to play in overtime. He wants to talk about this. It's a 30-second timeout, so we will keep it here.
Right now, you get an extra timeout in overtime, so Fairmont just took one of their remaining 2. But how many times do we have to say this? There is a lot of time left. You think in overtime, you get a 3-point lead, a 5-point lead. Remember, there's a 30-second shot clock. This isn't high school where you win the opening tip and you run the clock all the way down.
Well, and in a game like this, with talent on both sides of the court like we have, look how much happened in the last 15 seconds of regulation. I mean, my goodness. You know, we saw a basketball game last week, or earlier this week in the MEC on the women's side. Team had a 4-point lead with 7 seconds to go. They were gone to the line to shoot 2 free throws. They made one of the 2 free throws and lost in overtime.
You just got to play good base defense here.
It's a great game, and this has been one of the best. 108-103. 15 on the shot clock. Fawns Hale steps back, turns down a 3. Hesitation dribble, gets to the rim, blocked by Sarson, controlled by Hale.
Oh,
he stepped on the sideline with 5 seconds on the shot clock. And shouldn't go unnoticed. Ben Sarson with 4 fouls. Great defensive stand right there without fouling. Christian Montague walks it across the timeline. Malik McKinney takes the handoff to Montague. Hands off to Sarson. Backdoor cut. Kennedy with the reverse. He's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot a pair with 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining.
Is that the 5th on Yolander?
And that is number 5 on David Jolander, the 6'6" freshman from Stockholm, Sweden, who came off the bench in the first half and has just had a spectacular game for the Falcons. You hate to see the young man go. Well, if you're a Hilltopper fan, you probably don't, but if you're a basketball fan, 19 points, 7 of 10 from the floor, 5 of 5 from the line. Outstanding effort from the young man. Steve.
Still, a lot of time left, a lot of time.
Kennedy with the free throw. First one drops, 109-103.
Now, I know it's still 2:20 left. 2 full possessions. Base defense, don't give up the 3 or the 3-point old-fashioned play.
Kennedy makes them both. 110-103. And Woody gets it to Mangus, who nearly travels. Ball's knocked away by Sarson, out of bounds, and the way that possession was going, that might be the best thing that could have happened for Fairmont, coach. Still have 20 on the shot clock. They get to set up baseline inbounds. Into the corner, Briggs Paris. Fade away.
Wow.
He is so good with that shot. Boy, that was a big basket. Fairmont's first point of the overtime. We're under 2 minutes to play.
He's hit 3 of those today. A player, you know, pretty much known for his 3-point prowess.
15 on the shot clock. This is Montague. Into the corner, Steve Kennedy for 3. Around and out. Mangus with the rebound. Fairmont.
Still base defense here.
Into the front court. This is George Mangus. 90 seconds left. 110-105 West Liberty. Almost a moving screen. Deep 3-pointer won't go. Kennedy down the court. Montague. They pull it back out. Coach Hallett says, let's run some more clock.
West Liberty can take it to 50. I believe that was their last.
I think it was, Coach.
Probably wants to talk transition defense, miss or make.
Yes.
If we score, here's what we're doing. If we miss, but you've got to get back on defense, and you just can't give up the easy one.
Absolutely.
And that's harder said than done. You know, everyone doesn't want to foul. Everyone's yelling, don't foul, and sometimes you let guys rim run.
Exactly.
And they score in 5 seconds or so.
Yes, indeed. We're setting the stage for you here. Hilltoppers leading 110-105. There's 1 minute and 6 seconds left in the first overtime period. A full timeout by Coach Hallett. And again, both of these coaches, Coach Hallett, Tim Koenig, you look at their records at these 2 schools, 2 of the top young coaches in the business. And Coach Hallett, 150 wins in 174 games. And the way that he has managed this game today, you just have to tip your hat to him. Players coming back out on the court. 16 on the shot clock. Minute 6 on the game clock. Now, did he call a particular set here, Coach?
Well, yeah, I think they're going to run their high post entry set. They've got so many options off of that. But they've got to get into it. You know, you got to get the ball in bounds.
Here's Montague with it. Kennedy. There's your high post. McKinney, under 10. Crossover, gets it up, and a great left-handed finish by the senior. 1:12:105, under a minute to play. Quickly into the front court, this is Fonz Hale. Tries to get all the way to the rim, leaves it short, but a hustling George Mangus tips it home. Timeout, Fairmont State.
And see, that's exactly what I talked about. And it happens at all level, and let's keep it here on the full timeout. It happens at all level, and Coach Hallett and I have sat in his office. We talk about this all the time. It is just so difficult. It's something that you really can't practice a lot because you don't have the pressure of the consequence. You know what I mean? In practice, you can do it all day long, but if you foul, what's the big deal?
Oh, absolutely.
But in a game,
right.
This just happens, especially on the men's side at the higher levels. These guys are so athletic, they can rim run and get a basket in 5 seconds.
Okay, well, let me pick your coaching brain a little bit here, Coach. You're Tim Koenig. You're down 5 points on the road. Game you have to win. 50.1 seconds to go. Other team has the ball. They have a 30-second shot clock. What do you do on the inbounds? Do you play the whole possession?
No, I don't. I don't think they'll play the whole possession because even if you force a stop, you're still down 5 with 20 seconds left. Because West Liberty has a 30-second shot clock. So even if you play base defense and West Liberty misses, you're down 5 with 20 seconds. I think they will try to trap, see if they can get West Liberty careless here, but I think they'll take the foul.
Well, here we go. Let's see what we get. And Fonz Hale.
And see, that ends up being a good thing for Fairmont because if their mission was foul, they're doing it with the stop clock.
Yeah, absolutely. Which, and if you look in the rule book and you talk about intentional fouls, that is one of the criteria, but it's also one that's hardly ever called.
Right.
So.
And I don't envy, and I've always said this, and I've got some good friends that are officials. I wouldn't do it.
Oh, no.
The abuse they take and the difficulty of the job, but fortunately people elect to do it, and they do it pretty well, but
oh, absolutely. I think this has been a very well officiated game.
And we would have said that if the score was the other way.
Right, absolutely. So Steve Kennedy, after taking a blow to the head, goes to the line. He has a chance to make 2 more free throws.
Now you're up 2 full possessions again. This is a 6-point lead.
Two clutch free throws, nothing but net. 114-107. Dobbs gets to the rim, finishes. Malik McKinney leaks out. Playing keep away. Steve Kennedy. And Zion Dobbs, the sportsmanlike thing to do, grabs him to keep him from falling to the floor. And we'll just end the discussion on intentional fouls at that.
But we get back into now Dobbs did the rim run.
Yes.
It took him maybe 2 more seconds, but there's just so many possessions left because you're afraid of fouling.
No, absolutely. Kennedy back to the line for West Liberty. Splices at home, 115-109. And And he makes them both 116-109. 30 seconds to go. Tommy Williams, deep three-pointer. No.
Now that's the one thing you can't do, because if he makes all three, now it's a 4-point game.
And you have to feel for Alec West, because you know as he was coming down, he knew he didn't want to do that. But gravity is undefeated. Tommy Williams makes the first. He'll get a couple more. 116-110. First points of the night for Tommy Williams.
And that's a big miss.
That is.
Still 2 full possessions, even if he makes one. Fairmont's probably got to score 3 more baskets if you just run them off the 3-point line.
And the Hilltopper faithful at full voice. Alec West fouled in the back court. We're going to shoot free throws for a while here, folks. 23.4 seconds remaining. Number 11 West Liberty. They lead 116-111.
Dawn, my wife's sitting beside me, and I don't think I've seen her this nervous since she said I do.
Alec West gets the first one to go, 117-111.
Okay, again, I keep saying it, but it's 2 full possessions. So as long as you don't give up the 3.
And he makes another.
You just can't give up the 3 or the 3-point play.
118-111.
Keep them from rim running and take at least 5 seconds off the clock here.
Zion Dobbs, 20. Deep three-pointer. Won't go. Rebound, Chas Hines. This is Christian Montague. Fouled in the back court, 11.1 seconds to go, and the Hilltopper faithful are starting to feel it.
And this has lived up to everything, if you're a West Liberty fan, what you wanted it to be. A packed house, a great basketball game. Both teams back and forth as Montague makes the first free throw here. And remember, if they can hold on with 11 seconds, this is an undisputed MEC championship and the #1 seed in the MEC tournament.
And the Hilltoppers finally miss a free throw. Mangus inside. It goes with 3 seconds to go. 2, 1. And the West Liberty Hilltoppers